if you're ready to do a deep dive into the Leo full moon on February 12th, stick around because we are going in depth. So, this Leo full moon, let me just make this a little bigger so y'all can see. It is at 24 degrees, happening in the third decan of Leo here, which is a decan ruled by Mars, and it relates to the Seven of Wands in the tarot. So we're going to come back to this card, but I just wanted to lay that out as the framework. I want to talk about Leo energy first. So Leo energy is a fixed fire sign, and the way that I love to think about Leo frequency, it is related to a bonfire because that is fire that is contained. It is fire that is held. It is stable. It is grounded. It is secure. And what happens at a bonfire? Well, we all gather around and we sing and we laugh and we share our unique gifts and talents. So that is the frequency of Leo. And we see this figure here as the force that is saying, hey, activate your divine wisdom, activate your divine channel, and connect to this limitless flow of energy and let it pour through you, let it be expressed through you. So this is illumination around our creative capacity in some way. So let's go back into the chart and break this down even more. So the first thing that you'll notice with this lunation is that it is creating a T-square, which you can see here with, I wish I could use my finger to point at exactly what I'm sharing here, but y'all can see. Okay, so it is creating this T-square with Uranus here in Taurus. And obviously during every full moon, that lunation represents the sun and the moon in an opposition with one another. So we have the sun in Aquarius. The sun is considered to be in its detriment in the sign of Aquarius because it is at home in the sign of Leo, and that is because the sun is all about our expression, our egoic energy. And in Leo, it's like, yes, let me share my talent. Here is my gift. Whereas in Aquarius, the solar focus is more on humanitarian values. We also have Mercury and Ceres, the mother goddess. Some other aspects that this lunation is making, it is in a sextile with Lilith, Black Moon Lilith, who is up here in the 9th house in Libra. And it is also creating a square to Hera or Juno, the Queen of the Heavens, who is here in Scorpio. So some themes that I am personally reflecting on with this lunation is, again, illumination around our personal expression, our authenticity. This is the frequency of intuitive action versus forceful action. So we're going to go back to this card, right, as this is what this lunation relates to. If we look at this figure appears to be in this forceful sort of frequency, this forceful action. And during the height of the full moon, perhaps we are releasing an approach to how we are taking action because it is forceful, and utilizing more of that intuition, as Mars right now is currently retrograde in the sign of Cancer, which is where Mars has his fall. So I'm really reflecting on, okay, what is being brought up in the collective around what are we forcing? What are we putting so much energy into, and perhaps it's not working out? Perhaps it is just not aligning in the way that we actually hope it to be aligning. But I do see here that there is a lot of energy, a lot of anger that is coming up to the surface. So I invite you for this lunation to really look into yourself around places where you are holding anger, because this is a beautiful lunation to let go of this feeling of anger and also to see where your own leadership skills are. So that's really important. I also feel with this, this T-square to Uranus, something that was coming up for me in meditation around this full moon is what needs to change. Like, what needs to change in a collective way, but also what needs to change in our own personal lives, because Uranus has been moving through Taurus, and with that T-square, it's like, okay, there's something big that is happening in the collective that is shifting the way that we perhaps utilize this expression, our own unique expression. And I'm hoping that that leans towards more of a positive route. But the way that our society has been lately, it has been a lot of madness coming up to the surface. So hopefully the change is good. And again, with Mars, Mars is the Tower card, by the way. So Mars is also the energy of severance, right? In ancient astrology, Mars would be to cut things off, to sever, to make decisive action. But again, Mars is retrograde in Cancer, so this is really promoting the feeling of intuitive action, going inward to decide how to be our best leader, how to express our natural gifts and talents. So the other part of this is with the frequency of Black Moon Lilith in Libra, a sign ruled by Venus, and then the square to Hera, Juno, the Queen of the Heavens, and then also the opposition to Mercury, who rules over communication and expression, and Ceres, the mother goddess, who is the key to unconditional love. There are themes here happening around relationship dynamics. So something I was meditating on with this lunation is the pulling up the bonds that we currently have in our life and seeing, okay, are any of these bonds forceful? Like, are we trying too hard to create this connection in any capacity? So this is going to show up differently. Obviously, every lunation is going to show up differently for you, because we're all living our own unique soul print, our own unique life. So I invite you to look at the house placement, the area of life that this lunation is occurring for you. Perhaps there is a talent there that this lunation will support you in bringing to life. Perhaps there is excess energy, the forceful energy that could be released, the anger that could be released during this lunation. It's really up to you, your own individual soul, to make use of this lunation. So know where it is, know if it's conjunct any planetary energy for you. I personally don't have a lot of Leo energy. It's where my Chiron is. It's like the only placement that I have there, which is like my deepest wound of like shining my light and sharing my talents. So Leo energy is a frequency that is taking me a long time to deeply accept in the cells of my being, but it's something that I love to see in others. Like my Leo rising people out there, oof, I love you. So let me know in the comments what you think about this lunation. This was a deep dive. I hope it was helpful, and let me know how the full moon goes for you, what you are releasing, what you are transforming. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you.